If I see identical office...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wait, we have to find an identical room?
Go through...
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Don't do what he tells you to do.
Oh. But this is actually where he goes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Take a passive aggressive one.
We should have read and said what we're supposed to do.
No, fuck this camp as much as I
Going
can.
down?
Coming to a staircase,
he wants you to go
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
He said go up, yeah, but earlier.
Let me figure out how to play the game.
Oh, we didn't mess up the confusing ending.
The hobo.
We should have written down what it's supposed to do.
No,
Stanley
Jordan.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Wait, what happened?
His boss would think
Oh,
he
it's
was
the same thing.
Oh, I don't know.
And then something occurred to Stanley.
Oh, God.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
That's how I keep going.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, shit.
Why did he automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all so strange, this can't be
See, you
real.
get caught in the door.
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
The chair?
Dreaming!
Is it a bat?
This is all a dream. Oh, what a
Carbon
relief
monoxide
Stanley
poisoning.
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't.
I want to find the confusing ending.
And he thought to himself,
You don't think this is confusing? Because I think it's confusing.
Yeah. Real life job pushing buttons. I
Let's
may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god.
Then
This is
he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's
He's a
mind.
superhero.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
He's amazing.
Why is there a voice in my head telling everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm thinking about a voice describing me,
not every day,
thinking
only
about
on
how it's
Tuesdays.
describing my thoughts, he thought.
He thought.
Very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams. The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could
I've
it
never
be? Was
never
Stanley
had a
simply
narrated
deceiving
dream
himself,
before.
believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Yeah.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt,
Game's
that
gonna
this
go
was
somewhere.
in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Wake up, Stanley.
Let's get some breakfast, guys.
How do you invite yourself to wake up?
The world outside this one.
Pinch yourself?
Let me wake up.
Ow!
I'm
Stanley!
through with this dream.
Breakfast,
I wish it to
honey.
be over. Let me go back to my job.
Guess
Let me continue pushing the buttons.
Gasol.
It's all I want. I want my apartment.
Oh,
and
Oh
my
shit.
wife,
Whoa, what the hell do I do?
my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Stop hitting the middle button.
My life is normal. I am normal.
I am.
Everything will be fine.
I am Iron Man.
I
Oh, hey.
Open eyes.
Oh, we're exactly where we were.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone
Run.
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss.
You
I
can't
have an
run
office.
back.
I am real.
Oh, you just like
Please, just
run.
someone tell me I am real.
Everything's
I must
going
be
red.
real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? Went black.
And then the Autobots descended.
Is this the ending where Stanley dies?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What the hell? I think I like either
Mariella
broke or
woke up
beat
on
the
a day
game.
like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Where's she found
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and
Oh my
then
God.
collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
It's
And
the ending
though
where
she
Stanley
would soon
dies.
turn to go
Thanks,
call for an
Captain
ambulance,
Dumbass.
for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone
God.
knows
Nice
what
shirt,
crazy
though.
people look like.
Yeah.
And in that moment, she thought
His
to
arms are
herself
like
how
Woody's.
lucky she was to be normal.
There's a
I
snake
am
in my
safe.
boot.
I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wow. We beat the game.
Loading screen?
You just blew my mind.
Loading.
What can I say? I played something
loading,
that someone else
loading,
made.
loading.
What the hell?
Do we keep going?
Well, let's see what he says.
Probably the same thing as
Stanley
always.
decided to go to the meeting room
Oh,
to
for
check on
fuck's
his
sake.
coworkers. He never functioned well by himself. He constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Where you
well.
going?
Perhaps
I
he
don't
wanted to
know.
stop
Do you
by
think
the
you know where
employee
you're
lounge
going in this
first,
game?
just
Narrator
to admire
knows.
it. Wow. Yes. This
Admire the chair. The whole
But
hall.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
That's,
door on his left.
We went that way last time.
No, we didn't go this way.
We didn't go this way, no.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, that's nice. Huh.
Look, Stanley, I think
That was
in his
actually
eagerness
really.
to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Yeah.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
That's right,
Good
motherfucker.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah, that's right.
Loading,
no one
loading,
fucks
loading,
with me.
loading, loading, loading.
Every time I say
loading.
Stanley, I think of Stanley from The Office. Oh my god.
All of
How-
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
How many
Stanley
endings are you going to
decided
do?
Go to the meeting room. Perhaps
I
he
don't
had
know.
simply missed a memo.
Whoa.
Yep. Okay. I've changed. It's butterfly effect, man.
What you just wait?
I didn't fucking do that.
Close that door.
I don't have powers.
Can you open that door back again?
Fuck. I'm trapped.
Can you open the same door again? Oh,
Hey.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm
Open
trapping
doors,
myself.
not
I'm
closed.
just stupid here. I was like, holy shit, they're locking me in here.
you can just do the real ending.
That's creepy. I don't want the real ending.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
Fuck your
room,
rules.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
Can you go
stop
right?
by the
Can you open that door on the
employee
right?
lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was
Ew.
sublime, a work of art. But eager to get
Weird.
back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And closed it like a motherfucker. Just kidding, didn't close.
So are you gonna kill
Stanley
yourself
was so
again?
bad at following
Yeah,
directions,
no.
it's
What goes left?
incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
We need a key card.
I'll just stand here this time. I didn't think it was gonna let me jump
Look,
off,
Stanley,
so I
I
was
think
like,
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
Yeah.
here.
I don't really
I
expect
just
the
asked
games.
him.
Oh, you're welcome.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I'm gonna
story has
jump there.
been about nothing but
Don't
you
do it. Don't do it.
all this time. There's someone you've been
Wait to see
neglecting,
where it takes you.
Stanley. Someone you've... What?
Oh.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm...
The red on the direction blue.
Now
Okay.
listen carefully, this is important.
See what
Stanley
you got.
walked through the red door.
Don't do it.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna